And these are 9 to 5 terrorists. Because I really, the intensity of the attacks, I feel really hit hard, especially during the day. But around 5 or 6 o'clock, almost like clockwork, I've noticed that the attacks lessen up. So these are clearly your 9 to 5 terrorists, CIA terrorists, private contractors. You know, they terrorize people for a living, and they go home and they kiss their wife. This is America now. They're contracting out their fucking terror. I'll see you later, honey. How'd your day go? Oh, went great. I terrorized all these people, these targeted individuals. Oh, we just filled their head full of nightmares and all these things that we stalked them with. And you know, I can't tell you because it's top secret, you know, but that's what we do. We're terrorists, and we terrorize people, and we have our little sick agenda and our ways of doing it. But we do it. That's what we do for a living. We're psychopaths, but don't tell anybody. Now, he would never say that to his wife. He would say, oh, it's just a normal day, honey. You know, fighting terrorism is, somebody's got to do it. When they're the fucking terrorists. So yeah, it's one big incredible psyop against people, and they're using every trick in the book to cover up their crimes. George Bush was just found guilty in Malaysia again. Him and his whole fucking criminal class of Dick Cheney, Donald Rumsfeld, all of his attorneys. You know, I don't know if this is legit or not. I mean, I'll take anything I can get, but they were also convicted of the same crimes in Kuala Lumpur this past summer, and nothing came about it. So, you know, that this may be just a little what do you call it? Keep the masses. Give them something to appease them by, when nothing in reality will ever happen to these people. They're protected by the New World Order and programs like this, mind control programs that they attach to people that are speaking out about their crimes and torture them with. So if you think torture was only limited to Abu Ghraib and their little other psycho houses, you haven't got a clue what they got in store for America. I gotta figure that's one of the reasons they're practicing on us, targeted individuals. See if they can take this nationwide. How far they can go with their sick shit. But you know, you gotta know, just like with any technology, since this is all based on technology, that there will be people that come out to counter this technology. I'm sure the military already has its own counter technology to this shit. Ways to protect its soldiers. We don't know. We don't know what they have, but you could almost be sure if they've developed the technology to do this to people, they have the technology to thwart it, and it'll only be time before it starts coming out into the private sector. It's business, man. That's why they want their New World Order. That's the only way they can protect themselves, is they can control the whole world. Because if they start coming up with this technology in America, and Japan decides that we're going to create, we're going to sell this stuff to thwart this shit all over the world. Well, geez, that ain't gonna work for their New World Order plans. And there's no way in hell they're going to get the whole world to go along with this, their insanity. There's just no way. They're just doing too much fucking insane shit. Not only to people, but to the world and the planet in general. And there will come a tipping point. I don't know what it's going to take. But I think that day's coming. So, yeah, there's already technology. There's already stuff trickling out to stop some of this stuff. You know, those of us on a limited budget can only afford. I got my tinfoil hat, and even that helps block some of this shit. Not a lot, but it helps. And they have special shielding material you can buy, and foils, and I got a special cap that I line with tinfoil. And I noticed my mind's quieter. The minute I put it on, I noticed a world of difference. And I noticed that when I was sitting there eating French fries, I just felt a lot more noise in my head. And I walked outside, and it felt so much better. So, I mean, God knows what these bastards are doing with this shit. I mean, they could be piggybacking this shit on Wi-Fi, radio. I mean, you walk into any business establishment, especially any type of major chain or anything like that, and they've got all kinds of electronic shit going on. And they could be attaching this shit onto all that electronic crap. I mean, this is what these motherfuckers are doing with our money and our it's devising ways to subjugate and terrorize and torture the human population and mind control them. Mind control them with your own fucking refrigerator. My refrigerator's mind controlling me. I mean, this is what these people are doing. Everything works on a frequency, and if they can fucking beam their shit into the fucking world, and your fucking refrigerator start picking up this shit, and your appliances, and start fucking attacking you. I mean, that's how sick it's become. I'm ready to move up into the fucking, I'm going to totally get off the grid somewhere, someplace. Be like Jesse Ventura, move to Mexico. He's totally off the grid. He says he doesn't come up for air. He goes down there, and he doesn't have anything to do with anything. He doesn't have TV. He doesn't know anything that goes on. Because he knows what the fuck's happening. He knows these motherfuckers are using this shit to fucking attack us. And that's the best way to live, is just off the grid, off their shit. If you gotta go back to fucking campfires and living like cavemen, maybe that's what we gotta do, because these motherfuckers are designing a totalitarian, subjugation, authoritarian world for us to live in. All they got to do is start pressing their buttons and fucking mind controlling us and torturing us and attacking us, and we don't even know where the fuck it's coming from. Even in your cars generating a electromagnetic energy. And they can just piggyback their shit on their shit you just don't see. It's like that song, the air is full of sounds. Air is full of frequencies. It's coming off of everything. Anything and everything. these CIA creeps are figuring out ways to attach their shit onto all these frequencies to attack us and mind control us. But somewhere I read that no matter what they do, they can never destroy the will, your will. Oh, they'll try. They'll come up with everything. They'll attack you every which way under the sun. They can destroy your confidence. They can destroy your life. They can destroy. They can destroy everything around you. But there's one thing I don't believe that they can ever take away from you, and that's your own free will. And until they find a way to do that, I don't care what the shit they devise. Because as long as you're aware of what these son of a bitches are doing, then you can at least fight them. I mean, your life may be totally fucked up. You may be able to mind control everybody around you. You know, turn your life into a living hell, which they've done to me. But I don't think they've created something. I'm sure they're working on it. I'm sure they're trying to find even better mind control shit. That's what they're targeting. That's probably why they're experimenting on us. See what it takes to totally destroy somebody mentally. And I guess over time they can destroy you mentally. I don't know. I mean, they've been attacking me. Well, I didn't really know about it. I didn't know I was being targeted until 2005. That's when I really woke up, started waking up, that these motherfuckers, I didn't know what a targeted individual was. I didn't know why I was having problems with my neighbors. I didn't know why I was having all these weird experiences around me. I just knew it was the CIA. I just didn't know why or how. And it's taken me a good 10 years to figure out just what these motherfuckers are doing to us in this country. And it gets more bizarre by the minute. The more I learn, the more insane it gets. You know, I'm so glad I found out about mind control. If I hadn't found out about mind control, I don't know what I would have done. Because like Bruno Marcassani, who told me about it, and he could be, I think he's a government agent. I think for some reason they allowed him to tell me. Some people they allow you to learn. I don't know. I mean, maybe they just realized it was coming out, it was getting out, and they couldn't keep a secret that long. So at least they can control how people get the message. I don't know, you know, it's sick. The whole thing's just so sick. But I think people are waking up to their crimes left and right. I got an email yesterday from somebody in Iceland. Oh, and it was about Iceland. It's weird. And I get a letter from somebody in Iceland today. But I got an email about Iceland that they are totally standing up to the New World Order, and they're saying they don't want any part of this fucking European shit, the Europa or the European New World Order shit they got going on over there. But and he says, well, Iceland's going to be the next ones to get nuked. Well, not nuked, but Blacksburg. He's got a nice American flag. Kind of sitting there staring at the American flag on his dash. I mean, that is just so weird for somebody to be so fucking mind controlled. They plant an American flag on their dash to remind them all the time they're such patriotic people. Oh God! I mean, that's the really scary part. The people who don't know what the fuck is happening to them, and they just become so brainwashed. You know, I've always been patriotic, and I'm probably as patriotic as the next guy. I always believed in my country, But not after all the shit that I'm finding out now, what they're doing to us, what they're doing to our country, what they're doing to the world. This country wants to take over the fucking world. That is their agenda. Make no mistake about it. And they're going to do it through the New World Order. And I just don't. I think they'll get to a point, and I think the world's going to revolt on them. You're already starting to see it in places like Iceland. And this is, but you better be careful, because you're going to start seeing earthquakes and volcanoes and tsunamis and shit. Wipe out Iceland, you know. Well, and I wrote him back that the world's waking up to their shit. So, I mean, they can only do this shit so long, and people are fucking waking up to what they're doing with our environment, with nature. They're unleashing it as a weapon of war against the world. So I don't know, it's crazy, but yeah, but I definitely noticed the difference being outside versus being inside. So I'm not sure how I'm going to live. I'm going to have to get a roommate, because when I live in a communal setting, they usually don't attack me. I think they're just what you might call cowards. They only do their shit where other people can't see it. They can attack you in the comfort of your own home. That is what they like. Because they're cowards. Only cowards would do this kind of stuff to people. Hide behind their little satellite control rooms. Their little mind controllers sit there and push buttons all day on poor innocent people who don't have a clue. Their fucking minds are being attacked. I will never get over this. I mean, if they stop doing this shit tomorrow, I would never believe again in government. I would never be able to look at the world the same way again, because I know what kind of technology these people have, and we just don't know how they're using it. I know how they're using it against me, but God knows what else they're doing with it. They don't have to go to war with countries. You just got to take over the people's minds. You take over the leaders' minds of all these countries, and yeah, maybe they can bring about their new world order. But I think it's only temporary, because I think people sooner or later come to their senses. That's why I was reading an article about this stuff, that yeah, you can get people mind controlled to do stupid shit for a while, and you know, neighbors start acting weird towards you and start doing weird stuff, and then even they wake up and say, why am I doing this? I mean, they come to their normal senses. So, you know, I don't know what they, I mean, as this becomes more known what these criminals are doing, I just can't see how it can stand. The way things are either going to go, it's going to have to just go insane. We all live in a totally insane world with allowing this stuff to happen, or we just say that's it. We kick these motherfuckers out, and I think that's where it's heading. Sheriff Joe Arpaio, I think that's how you pronounce it, Arpaio or whatever, in Arizona is standing up against Barack Obama and his fake birth certificate and all his fucking lies. And if they ever get to the bottom of this guy, God help him. God help Mr. Obama and the CIA fucking George Bush installer. If Sheriff Joe, they say if Sheriff Joe comes after you, you better be worried. He's got his cold case posse on the case, and they're coming up with all kinds of shit with Obama. So, you know, and Obama, he just filed. He had his Attorney General Eric Holder file a lawsuit against Sheriff Joe. They're trying to come up with some kind of bullshit about his immigration, going after illegal immigrants, which is what he's been doing down there. He's been reelected 4 times. He's up for re-election again this year, and they're trying to take over his office. I got an email this morning to that effect, and I says, well, we're standing behind you, Joe. Ain't tough. Well, they're trying to take over his office. They're trying to take over my fucking mind. So, I think it's going to take a lot of Sheriff Joes standing up to these fucking motherfuckers. And I think that day's coming.